hoop busts, and how can I get one at work?
This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto, and we start with huge news in the NFL. As Davante Adams has been traded to the Jets for a conditional third-round pick that can turn into a second, with Ian Rappaport adding that the conditions of the draft pick will be based on individual performances. Now, the key to this deal is that the Raiders will not be paying any of Adams' remaining salary, as the Jets are on the hook for the rest of this year and the remaining 2 years. This trade comes hours after the Jets lost to the Bills 23-20 on Monday Night Football, as they fall to 2-4 and are even further out of the playoff picture, with our friends at Fanduel having them at plus 140 to make the playoffs, with not making the playoffs coming in at minus 176. And today on the Pat McAfee show, Aaron Rodgers was scheduled for his normal Tuesday hit. And in the middle of talking with McAfee, this happened.
Okay, so as soon as you hear the news... What's that? Well!
Here he is.
Hey, good to see you, Tay. Good to see you, man. Congrats.
What's up, fellas? Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Man, I swear Aaron Rodgers just does things to get clicks. Like, he knew that would get clicks, and here we are showing it. Jeez. Thanks for clicking. And the trades weren't done there, as the Bills made a move for another receiver, getting Amari Cooper from Cleveland and a 6th-round pick in exchange for a 3rd and 7th-round pick. A great move for the Bills considering the need and the price. But what does this mean for everybody eats? To the ice, and yeah, we know the NHL season is a grind and not a sprint. But that doesn't mean we can't talk a little panic, because the preseason cup favorites, the Edmonton Oilers, are 0-3. While the record looks bad, it's even worse when you look at some of the numbers. Let's look at the offense, because in 3 games, Edmonton has scored a total of 3 goals. Jeff Skinner, Leon Draisaitl, and Corey Perry are the only goal scorers this season, and only 6 players have recorded a point. Connor McDavid has yet to find the back of the net, and this is officially the slowest start in that department in his career, as it tops his previous goal-scoring drought to start the season of 2 games when he was a rookie. Don't worry, we'll have more on McDavid later in the show. But typically when a team is struggling to score, you really hope the defense can pick it up. That has not been the case for Edmonton either, who've allowed 15 goals in 3 games. Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard are 3rd and 4th worst of all goalies in goals saved above expected. That is according to MoneyPuck, of course. So this is all bad, right? Well, as for MoneyPuck, once again, their expected goal differential at 5-on-5 is 3rd best in the league, but they're scoring negative 5.62 goals above expected at even strength, which is worst in the league. So yeah, we think there could be some positive regression here. In other words, don't panic yet, considering this team started 5-12-1 last year and still made it to the Cup final. I'm not panicking, we saw this happen before. And also, I don't want to upset any more Oilers fans. I feel like I've done that enough. Time of my favorite segment, and yours, that we love sports today.
Why we love sports today.
We love our 2 sports stars, and this kid definitely has a future on the diamond and the gridiron. Okay, someone's watching football at home with their parents on the weekend. And speaking of kids crushing the competition, nobody wants to catch these hands. Whoa! Okay, watch out, Canelo. Go off, kid. I love that. It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. Time to bring back a staple of last season. It's our anytime goal scorer bet. And I just want to preface this by saying we were never really included in the competition for regular Sportscentre, and I thought that was a little rude because we were the best anytime goal scorer bettors. Just put it on the board. We're number 1. And like last year, we're gonna mix in both some trends while also hammering guys we just know are due. And tonight, Connor McDavid is definitely that guy, as his goal is to start the season through 3 games. And for a guy who averages over 46 goals a game over the last 3 years, people who score that much don't really have droughts like this. So we're smashing McDavid at plus 130 to score tonight against Philly. And not to go off on a tiny 1-game sample, but Calgary did just let out the Flyers for 6 goals. And last year, Philly was bottom 10 in the league in goals allowed per game, allowing 3.15 a game. And honestly, Philly's hurting right now, so why wouldn't McDavid score a goal? It's important. Time now for one of my favorite segments, it's Risser's Rankings. And partner with my friends at Kids Help Phone, we're going to do a few of these over the next month or so. To learn more about Kids Help Phone and athletes for Feel Out Loud, please visit 686868.ca. So let's get really on brand here and count down our top 5 phone moments in sports. And let's start this one off by going way back to a Dodgers-Pirates game. And we're shocked this doesn't happen more, as the bullpen phone just stopped working. And as Grady Little's calls go unanswered, the Dodgers give up a home run as they were unable to get a new pitcher in the game. It's interesting how those phones work. They literally just pick up the phone and it's supposed to start ringing. So if that doesn't work, they have no number to press. The phone's broken. Dial 9, Merlin. At number 4, let's bring in some Serie A. Because what's a better celebration than Totti scoring a goal than grabbing a phone from the crowd and taking a selfie? You know what? I love when we can get in our Italian soccer players in the show. But the original phone Selly crown has to go to Joe Horn of the Saints. Because not only did he plant it, but just look at that flip phone. Wow, this is making me a little reminiscent of my old flip phone. Those were the days, you know? At number 2, we have David Ortiz. Big Papi was not happy with this high strike call. Let the ump know about it. Then after striking out, went back to the dugout and took it out on the bullpen phone. I'm gonna say the same thing now that I did then. What did that phone do to you? Papi, come on. Throw a helmet like the rest of them. Was there even a question about who would be number 1? Of course, it's my guy, Torts, who has had a couple incidents with phones going off in his career.
Come back in, we can keep growing as a team. That's what we've always talked about with injuries. Whose phone is that? See, I lost my train of thought.
Another guy during the season that you spoke about that's going to be big during the playoffs was Fedotenko because of his 2 tattoos.
That's ridiculous.
If that were my phone going off in a Torts scrum, I would be shaking in my boots, but I would also love the thrill of knowing that I was going to get it from Torts. So maybe I want it to happen. That's it, everybody. We'll see you right back tomorrow, 3 Eastern, no Pacific. Have a good one.